offseason, but she has stepped right in and kept this program going.
Well, that's one thing that people forget whenever there's a coaching change. A lot of times the assistant coach is more in tune with the recruits anyway. They do the bulk of the recruiting. So a lot of the reason why I'm sure, I don't know this, but a lot of the reason why she probably got the job was that she was able to still bring in the committed recruits. And as you can see, that has worked out really, really well for them. And I haven't told her this, but if I do speak to her today, I'll tell her, you still got to coach them. So she's done a great job. They're a very, very talented team, by far the most talented team in our conference, but she also does a really good job.
Obviously, you guys are hungry, and I think the ASU fans are hungry for a win tonight, just because it's been a while against WT.
Yeah, I read that. When I was at WT, I was a part of that too. We went for a long, long time without losing, but it's part of those things. If you study the history of any program, there's going to be ups and downs all the time, and it's how do you get it started? Well, you start with one. You get one win tonight, and then we'll figure out the rest later on.
Hey, we talked the other day, and you said basically tonight you expect there to be good looks for your team. If your team takes good shots and hits them, you have a really good chance to win.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing about our team, and I love it and I hate it, is that we seem to live and die by our perimeter shooting. If we're making perimeter jump shots, we usually play pretty well. If we're not, we usually struggle, and I wish that were not the case. However, sometimes that's a team's DNA. That's what they're made of. We're based on how well we shoot it, and we have some really good shooters, but sometimes the night the percentages aren't with you, and you can struggle to score.
West Texas, in the past, usually averages a lot of points. They still do, but they only give up 51, which I believe is third best in the nation. And you don't usually look at West Texas A&M and think of a team that gives up just 50 points per game like they are this year.
Well, it's because of their size, and they're so much bigger than all the other Division II schools. That's why they are able to limit people. The only way you really can beat them is if you beat them from outside. And we're going to try to attack the inside to see if we can get them in a little bit of foul trouble. But at the same time, you're going to have to shoot over the top of them. That's just how it is. Penetrate when you can penetrate and shoot shots over the top of them and hope that it's your night. So, that's why people struggle to score against them. That's why people will always struggle to score against him, just because of their size.
Because pretty much on a game like this with the size advantage, for your players, it's really just having that confidence that to attack and not be afraid to go at the trees inside.
Yeah, it's funny because they're pretty confident because they say ignorance is bliss. Our team, and I didn't tell them this, they had no idea that WT was even ranked #1 in the country, and I didn't tell them. They didn't. We watched film, we did scout, we did all the things that we do, and then at the very end, I told them, and they were like, "Really? Wow, we didn't know they were." And I think there's a little bit of confidence in, hey, we didn't know, we don't care, and they'll feel the size when they're out there. They'll feel it, but at the same time, if it takes us a little bit to get used to it, that's natural. But hopefully, we can figure out a way to overcome it.
Just one quick key for tonight's game.
Well, it's rebound. When you look at size and you look at how well they rebound the basketball, they're usually plus 10 at the end of the night. They usually out-rebound their opponents by 10 every game. So that rebounding will be big, and as I said before, perimeter shooting will be big too.
Good luck, Coach.
Thanks.
Kevin Baker, head coach of the Bells, getting ready to take on West Texas A&M. Back after this on KKSA.
Tonight we gonna set the streets on fire. Me and Jalea, straight up.
Outlaw, like I hit the Powerball. Once all eyes is on me, floating off like Southpaw. Love to count yours, hoping that your paper fall. Wishing death upon me, but I'm here forevermore. I just get debated on, I just get my greatest on. St. Laurent on speed dial, I just put the latest on. Bring it on, bring it on. You want more than bring it on. Set this book on fire, we can have a sing-along.
You need to know that I'm a rider. Tonight we gonna set the streets on fire. All I need is a gas and a lighter, and we'll have one hell of a time. You need to know that I'm a rider. Tonight we gonna set the streets on fire. All I need is a gas and a lighter. jump rope. Yeah, the fire and desire, and I'm higher than my prior. My attire, I acquire, might require, I'm a liar. War might accept you and deny you, no denial. I'll be in the courtroom on the table screaming, right on. You need to know that I'm a rider. Tonight we gonna set the streets on fire. All I need is
Back here on the Angelo State Alumni Association pregame show, where it's the Angelo State Ram Bells and the number 1 ranked West Texas A&M Lady Buffaloes. Jeremy Bryant here and Mario Pacheco Jr. back in our studios as our producer as always. Let's recap what happened back on Saturday. These Angelo State Bells won here inside Stevens Arena over A&M Commerce 82-78. A game which the Bells had an 18-point lead in the third quarter. They would let it evaporate as Commerce came all the way back. They took the lead in the fourth quarter. In fact, the Bells were down by 4 with 2 minutes left to play, but would rally back for the win as they went on a 10-0 run. 3 different Bells scored at least 20 points or more, led by Taylor Dorsey. She had 23, Bria Mitchell had 21, and Kiana Kelly scored 20 points for ASU. So the Bells come in 8 wins, 4 losses, 1-1 in the Lone Star. West Texas A&M won back-to-back days over the weekend. They won a very big win at Texas Women's 59-41. Texas Women's University had won 11 straight games until that 18-point loss to WT. Also back on Saturday afternoon, Midwestern State broke a 10-game losing streak with a 61-55 win over Eastern New Mexico in Wichita Falls. And Tarleton State won down in South Texas over Texas A&M Keensville, 68-55. And then this past Sunday afternoon, WT beat Cameron 76-52. They were down by a point at the half and outscored the Cameron Aggies by 25 in the second half. So again, West Texas A&M, they enter this ball game with a record of 15 wins, no losses. They are undefeated in conference play, the only unbeaten team in Lone Star Conference action. 4 wins, no losses. In second place right now, it's Texas Women's at 3 wins and a loss. Then you have Cameron at 2-2, same record as Tarleton State. Angelo State, Texas A&M Commerce, both with 1 win and 1 loss. Midwestern State is 1 win and 2 losses. In fact, the Mustangs have just 2 wins for the entire season. And then A&M Keensville and Eastern New Mexico still looking for that first W in conference play. The Javelinas are 0-2. The Eastern New Mexico Greyhounds are 0-3. We'll take a break, get you ready the starting lineups right after this. It's Angelo State basketball and West Texas A&M. We'll tip off in just a few moments here from the Janelle Center on KKSA.
Electrical amplification shall not be permitted in the arena. Your cooperation is appreciated.
just forget the wins. It's the best to use. Won't you follow me into the jungle? Ain't no God on my streets in the heart of the jungle. Follow me into the jungle. Ain't no God on these streets in the heart of the jungle. Won't you follow me into the jungle? In the city of lights, in the backstreet balls, in the neon lights. When I heard the thunder, I could feel the rain. It's the same.
Here come your Angelo State Bells.
Angelo State and West Texas A&M meeting here tonight for the 61st time in women's basketball at Angelo State. Game 1 of our twin bill here tonight, here in San Angelo, Texas. And let's get you now the starting lineups for the West Texas A&M Lady Buffaloes. Again, 15 wins, no losses. It's their best start since 1988. Starting at guard is Allie Decker, a 5'10" junior out of Edmond, Oklahoma. She's one of 2 Division I transfers. Decker out of Wichita State University, and she is averaging this year 8 points, 2.5 rebounds per game. At guard is Michaela Newhouse, a 5'7" senior guard from Lone Tree, Colorado, with the Highlands Ranch High School. She's coming off a career-high 26 points against Cameron. Newhouse averages 10.6 points. That leads the team, and 3 rebounds. She leads the team with 25 made 3-pointers. At guard is Sasha Watson, a 5'7" junior guard from Amarillo, with the Palo Duro High School. And Watson, her 3rd year with the Lady Buffaloes, the 2nd leading scorer on the team, averaging 10.5 points, 3.3 rebounds per game. And she's also the team leader in assists and steals. At center is Madison Wild, a 6'2" junior post from Epsom, Victoria, out of Australia. And Madison Wild is their leading rebounder. She pulls down 7 boards per game, averages 8 points per game, which is 3rd best on the team. And finally, Lily Vanderzee out of Granbury, Texas. She's a big post, 6'4" junior. She's a transfer from the University of Texas. Did not get much playing time at UT, but now here at West Texas A&M, Vanderzee averages 7.5 points, 4.5 rebounds per game. The head coach is Kristen Mateo. In her first year at WT, she was an assistant for a number of years with Mark Kellogg when he was the head coach at WT for 2 years and left for Stephen F. Austin. Starting 5 for West Texas: Allie Decker, Michaela Newhouse, Sasha Watson, Madison Wild, Lily Vanderzee. Now the starting 5 for the Angelo State Bells. At guard is Kiana Kelly, a 5'8" sophomore out of Arlington, Texas. She's coming off a season best 20 points. And on the season, Kelly is averaging 9 points per game. At post is a 6'1" junior out of Tyler Junior College out of Miss Jackson, Mississippi. Jasmine Prophet leads the team in field goal percentage at 51%, leads the team in free throw percentage. Season best 21 points, averaging 11 points, 5.5 rebounds per game. And finally, for the Ramblers, Taylor Dorsey, 5'7" junior guard out of Fort Worth, the transfer to Sam Houston State. Dorsey leads the Lone Star Conference in points per game at 18 points per game. She has had 5 games where she scored at least 20 points or more. That's the starting lineup for the Bells. Back with the tip-off after this on 1260 KKSA. Mario? Make this 90 seconds, please. And then the other thing on that last break, the AB distributing, what's the card number for that? Try something that's like more generic, not about Christmas, like 9068 or 9060. Just kind of look around, see if there's a better card number, because that spot's all about Christmas. Okay. Actually, add Angelo Place. Make it 2 minutes, please. Thank you.
Let's meet our starting lineups for tonight's game. Brought to you by Twin Mountain Fence. Twin Mountain Fence for all your fencing needs. First, the visitors for West Texas A&M. The starters include a 5'10 junior from Edmond, Oklahoma, number 12, Allie Decker. A 5'7 senior from Lone Tree, Colorado, number 21, Michaela Newhouse. A 5'7 junior from Amarillo, number 23, Sasha Watson. A 6'2 junior from Epsom, Victoria, Australia, number 34, Madison Wild. And a 6'4 junior from Granbury, Texas, number 41, Lily Vanderzee. Head coach of West Texas A&M is Kristen Mateo. The assistant coaches are Camille Perkins and Josh Ashley. And now the starting lineup for your Angelo State.
Back here as we get ready for the Angelo State Bells, West Texas A&M. We gave it the starting five once again for the Angelo State Bells. Keona Kelly, Jasmine Prophet, Taylor Dorsey, Christina Robinson, and Bria Mitchell. And for WT, Allie Decker, Michaela Newhouse, Sasha Watson, Madison Wild, and Lily Vanderzee. The Bells dressed in their light gray jerseys. The gray jerseys, gray shorts, white numbers on top of that gray on both sides with Angelo State white letters across the chest. And West Texas A&M, their school colors are maroon, black, and white with maroon jerseys and shorts. And across the chest says West Texas, actually says Lady Buffs in black across the chest with black numbers and white trim on the front and the back. Our officials for tonight's game, it's Chet Martin, Tommy Procise, and Tony Ramos, our officiating crew. Now the Lone Star Conference. And with the 5:30 start, a lot of fans still arriving here a little late, still walking in. I know some of you probably on your way from work and on your way over here in just a few minutes. Glad to have you with us here tonight. 61st meeting between the two teams, a series dominated by West Texas. They lead the all-time series 47-13 over Angelo State. The Bells just 8 wins and 18 losses in San Angelo all-time against WT. And so West Texas A&M have not lost a game this season. Number 1 in the country as Vanderzee jumps it up in midcourt with Prophet. The tip is won by the former Texas Longhorn, Vanderzee, and we are underway here from the Janelle Center. WT with possession, man-to-man defense by Angelo State to start off the ball game. Watson, the high post, the Wild, whips the pass left-hand side, the Newhouse, guarded by Kelly, and now comes over to Watson. Robinson, good defense. They swing the ball right side. A long two is an air ball. No good, but rebounded by WT, but they throw the ball away. It's batted around and picked up by Prophet in the paint for ASU. Bells come back at transition. So an air ball was put up by Allie Decker. Now it's ASU ball. It's Dorsey driving in. Down the lane, goes up, and the traffic ball got knocked to the top of the circle. It's partially blocked by Wild. Grabbed by Angelo State. Ball never hit the shot clock, so the shot clock's at 10 seconds. Right corner, it's Kelly. Up top, the Mitchell. She'll step back for three. In there. Nice start to the game. Bria Mitchell, who had a hot hand on Saturday, hit 8 of her first 9 shots, had 21 points, hits a speed connect three-pointer, and the Bells out to a 3-0 lead. West Texas ball now, Newhouse with it. Left side, outside, dribbles down the corner, and stop. Lobs up top to Watson, dribbles in, drives, kicks out, right corner. A three by Decker is short, rebounded by Kelly. Long pass ahead to Dorsey. Dorsey sprints down the floor and throws the ball across the lane, but behind Robinson, out of bounds. Dorsey had 2 Lady Buffs chasing after her, and on the right side, she saw Robinson trailing, but just threw it behind her. That could have been a fast break opportunity for the Bells. Full court pressure by Angelo State. WT no trouble whatsoever. Getting the ball across half court. Here's now Newhouse with it. Left side to Decker. Now the high post, it's Wild. They lob it over the defense to Vanderzee, down low, and she'll lay it up and in. You have Vanderzee at 6'4". You have Madison Wild at 6'2". As Kevin Baker said, they are a huge team. The biggest the Bells will play all year. Here's Prophet down the lane, low jump hook with the right hand, no good. Gets her on rebound, goes up a second time and is fouled. Profit used that right hand jump hook on the blocks on the near sideline. When she missed it, there were two Lady Buffaloes there, and she went in between them to grab that offensive rebound. And so Profit, the best free throw shooter on the team, to shoot the first Financial Bank free throws. And I say that, and of course, there's the broadcaster Jake. She misses the first of two. Up until then, Profit was 90% at the line. Just her fourth miss of the year, 28 for 32. And next down the second free throw. And it's a 4-2 Bells lead. Full court pressure here by Angelo State. As they get the ball across the timeline, it's Newhouse. A long jumper, right corner's up and good. And the score is now tied at 4. There's Robinson up top near the midcourt line. Swings the left-hand side over to Kelly. High post now to Profit. Profit takes a dribble, shoots a long jumper from the elbow and knocks it down. Jasmine Profit with the jumper. And the game is now a 6-4 lead for the Angelo State Bells. West Texas A&M has not had much trouble whatsoever breaking the full court pressure of Angelo State. Here's now Decker, left-hand side, gets a ball screen, swings it to the far corner. Dribbling in the baseline is Newhouse, feeds Vanderzee inside, missed a layup at 6'4" post, grabs her own miss, snatches it down, and goes back up and lays it in. And she has 4 points. We're tied at 6 with ASU and WT. 6:55 to play here in this first half. With the basketball is Mitchell up top, Kelly. They reverse the ball back left side to Robinson. Right side Mitchell for a long two, rims around no good. Grabbed by Wild. Here comes now on the other end, Lady Buffaloes back in transition. And we have a whistle and a foul. A reach-in foul is called on Angelo State. And so a reach-in foul on the Angelo State Bells. It's on Christina Robinson. WT basketball now. Lady Buffaloes, of their 15 games this year, have only been behind at halftime twice, including this past Sunday against Cameron. Up top, Vanderzee with it, lobs it right side of the Newhouse. Good smothering man-to-man D by the Bells. Shot clock at 10, Newhouse dribbles in, ball got knocked out from behind by Dorsey, and it knocks it off the knee of Newhouse out of bounds. Newhouse was dribbling towards the basket. Dorsey reached around and just knocked the ball off her left knee and rolls out of bounds on the baseline. It'll be Angelo State basketball. Bells with it, tie game at 6 at the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. Here's Mitchell, left-hand side up top, Kelly. She fakes left, goes right, pulls up, jumper's badly missed, barely hit the rim. Rebounded by Madison Wild, the 6'2" Australian takes it herself down the floor, throws a pass up the floor, nearly stolen by Dorsey. Tried to save it, but stepped out of bounds, and the ball will stay with WT. West Texas A&M with possession. They've won 13 consecutive road games going back to last season. In fact, West Texas has won 9 straight road Lone Star Conference games. Check it in now, Madison McLean, a 5'9" senior guard from Groover, Texas, a small town up on the Panhandle. Now, good hustle by Jasmine Profit. She got a steal and then was falling out of bounds and threw the ball off the foot of Madison Wild as she's falling out of bounds right in front of Kevin Baker at the end of the Angelo State bench. And he's got a big grin on his face. He's pointing over there at the end of the bench. So the Bells break the half-court pressure of WT. Right corner, Dorsey has it. Dorsey with the dribble, now dribbles in, double team over to Kelly. They reverse the ball, skip the ball around the horn. Over to Robinson between the circles. Now back to Dorsey, 13 to shoot. Here's Robinson, the perimeter up top, now to Mitchell. Right side to Dorsey, she'll attack the basket, go down the lane, running jumper, it's no good. It's tapped up and grabbed by McLean of WT. That's what Kevin Baker said, we have to attack their bigs. The Bells are trying to go inside. You cannot always settle for the three-pointer with that length of West Texas. McLean spots up 3, right side, barely hit the rim. Grabbed by Kelly. She's got a run out here. She'll run down the left-hand side, all the way coast to coast, down the lane, goes up, has it blocked. Blocked by Sasha Watson, and she'll take it back for West Texas. Now cross-court pass, it's Decker down the baseline. Head fake now goes over. Profit missed it. Profit altered the shot. Rebounded by Jasmine. And out to Robinson. Robinson to penetrate, kick out left corner, Kelly for three, in and out, no good. Good look for Kiana off the dribble drive, kick out by Robinson. And now we're still stuck at 6. We've been stuck in the score for over 2 minutes now by both teams. And a travel is called on Sasha Watson. And we have our first timeout of the game. We'll step away with 4:33 left to play here in the first quarter, and we're tied at 6. This is Angelo.
Hey fans, if you are looking for photos of tonight's game, you can get them at AngeloStatePhotos.com. There are over 50,000 photos of Angelo State athletic events at AngeloStatePhotos.com.
You are watching ASU Sports live on AngeloSports.com and Ram TV 6.
Angelo State basketball on KKSA brought to you by Spring Hill Suites by Marriott. Get up to 20% off when you mention the RAM rate at Spring Hill Suites by Marriott on Southwest Boulevard and the Loop. Now the timeout, Angelo State basketball. Neither team has scored any points in the last 3 minutes. Tied at 6. It's Bell's ball. Lob pass left corner. Kelly dribbles down the baseline. Lobs up top to Dorsey. Back right corner, it's Robinson. Quick pass inside the Diamalesis Rivera, who just checked in. Kick out to Mitchell, 3 left side, no good. And grabbed by WT. Good patience and ball movement by the Bells, but could not get the shot to drop in. Zantea Davis is checked in now for West Texas. Davis, another tall, athletic post at 6 foot tall, a senior from Essex County, New Jersey. Went to Middle Tennessee State before coming to WT. Now a foul on the other end called on Diamalesis Rivera. Diamalesis Rivera just checked in for the Bells. 6 foot tall senior post from Carolina, Puerto Rico, averaging 8 points, 4 rebounds per game. And another sub for WT is out there, Madison Parker, a 5'10" sophomore from Amarillo, plays forward. Here's down low Davis, little jump hook with the left hand, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Decker. Madison Parker transferred from Abilene Christian, a former Lone Star Conference school, to WT, and nearly turned the ball over. Looked like Mitchell knocked it out of Parker's hands. It rolls into the Angelo State bench off the hands of Mitchell. Bells have their starting 5 with the exception of Rivera out there, who has checked in for Jasmine Prophet. West Texas ball, 3:30 to play in the first quarter, still tied at 6. Watson drives on Kelly, goes down the baseline to the bucket, lays it up and in. Kelly had her arms straight up into the air, was trying to slow her down, and Watson blew by her and just nudged right by Kelly to lay it up and in. 8-6 our score. Here's Kelly left elbow. Skip pass across the floor, intercepted by Decker. It's a 3-on-1 for WT. A pass and a give and go back to Decker for a layup. She gave it to McLean and gave it right back to Allie Decker for the layup. And now it's 6 in a row scored by WT. Bells still have not scored in 5 minutes. It's Rivera inside, missed a shot, got it back a second time and lays it in. She lays it in over Zantea Davis. That snaps a stretch of 5 minutes without a point for the Bells. They're down 2, 10-8. Now a travel call on the other end on WT on Madison McLean. The Bells are just 3 out of 12 shooting thus far. West Texas, that turnover right there is their 5th turnover already in this game. 2:41 left to play here in this first quarter. And now in for the Bells is Kiana Thompson, the 5'9" sophomore from Leander, a transfer from Temple Junior College, averaging just under 4 points a game. A pass to Thompson, has it right side of the arc. Right corner Dorsey. Dorsey, cross court pass now to Robinson, is being grabbed and held. as she went right by Madison Parker, who fell down and basically was trying to take down Dorsey as she went to the or Robinson as she went to the basket. And that is the second foul. I guess it was on, I think, Decker. I thought it was on Parker. Here's a inbounds up top. Mitchell, a three, no good. But Thompson the rebound. It was on Madison Parker, that last foul, her first personal. Rivera, right corner, dribbles down the baseline, backs down her man, shoots a baseline, turnaround, misses it badly, hits the backboard only, but Mitchell keeps it alive. Now Thompson diving after it, loose ball, and the arrow points towards Angelo State. Good hustle by Thompson and Rivera, and Mitchell keeping that loose ball alive on the baseline. 15 to shoot for the Bells. Inbounds pass, lob up top to Robinson. Now to Dorsey, high post Mitchell. Fakes a two, now takes a two at the free throw line and knocks it down. Bria Mitchell's got 5 points. We're tied at 10. 1:55 to play in this first quarter. They break the pressure as a baseline drive here for WT in the ballgame. Hannah Alexander, a 5'11" sophomore guard from Farmington, Minnesota. A transfer out of Cali County Community College. Watson dribbles in, had the ball ripped out of her hands. It's on the floor, picked up by Davis. Right corner Parker, shot clock at 8.